Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Sunday evening here on YouTube. We, boy, you can just tell we're moving fall into winter because it's getting dark already. It's only 6:45 and it's dark, getting dark. Um, yeah, it's just mind-boggling, really is. So hang on just a minute, gang. I gotta put the drapes down so everybody isn't looking at me from all over town. So we'll see how many people join. Well, Carpenter Rick, how you doing? I'm doing good. Saigon 98 flight and flip drone. Hello, hello, hello. Haven't seen you in a while. Bye, Neil. West Haven, how you doing? And here comes Dave Ennis. Hello, Dave. Dave's connecting. There he is.
Hey,
Hey, Dave, you are connected, my friend. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
I see it's still light there. It's starting to get dark here.
Yeah, it's turned sunny. It's a little
Yeah.
warm inside the house, but it's 68 outside.
West Haven, it's always good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. How you been? Rob Glazer, hello, hello. Carpenter Rick is
Carpenter
coming
Rick.
in. All right.
Hey,
Hey, there's Rick.
Rick.
What's happening?
How you doing?
Exhausted.
Exhausted. You've been working.
Yeah,
Well,
killing ourselves, but it's worth it.
well, yeah, the money always is. Get the money.
If I told you what I was making a day, you'd puke.
It's big bucks. I'm sure it's big bucks.
Yeah, big time. But it was, I saved this job, right? So
Rob Glazer said hi to you, Dave.
Oh, hi, Rob. How you doing?
did I hear something yesterday about a guitar, Dave?
Yeah, I got it's just it's new, but it's a Les Paul copy
Okay,
and emerald green.
nice.
It looks really nice. And I got a
And
new Marshall amp.
new Marshall amplifier too.
Did you know that Mr. Pisa is a Marshall, our Marshall connection, or used to be?
Who's that?
Uh,
Andrew.
Yeah, so Andrew actually knew the originator of all that.
Oh, Jim Marshall?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd met something. Yeah, Andrew was big in the business music back then or whatever.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
I don't know anybody. I just got to buy mine outright.
That's all good.
Well, he's getting ready. He's going to join up with some other people here on eBay, on eBay, on YouTube, and he's gonna be the guitarist in the band.
Oh, good.
No, you are, Dave.
You, Dave.
No, I'm not. Oh, good.
Oh,
So why are you buying guitars and amps, Dave?
Just to play,
Just
just
to have something to do, pass the time.
self-satisfaction.
Yep, I get it. No, I get it, man.
did you see what Marcel put in the chat,
I can't see it.
Rick?
No, I can't see the chat. I'm on the
It says every time you aren't working, I am. He says, so get back to off work so that I can go back to work, please.
Well, I gotta maybe go way, way, way up north, but
You
I gotta-
do.
yeah, I got a call Friday to go work at Temiskaming Shores, assemble a prefab building, but it's 14 days straight, 3 off, 14 days straight, 3 off.
Wow.
So I don't know, man, but they pay the food, the hotel, the travel, blah, 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 right?
How many mile trip is that?
So from here, it's 7.5 hours, and from home, it's 3.5 hours,
Wow.
right?
Wow.
But 14 days straight.
Just stay right there though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'd be telling them to send me pictures of this hotel you're putting me up in.
Oh, they always get the cheapy Econo Lodge or
That's
travel.
it. That's it.
As long as it's got a red light district next to it.
It's Dave. That new medication, Rick, has really got Dave stiffened up now. You know what I mean?
Apparently.
Yeah.
Jeep. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna take it or not, but we'll see.
Hey, little Lama Laura, how you doing? Welcome, welcome.
Hi, Laura. How are you?
So what else has been new? Been flying much, Paul?
No, a little bit here and there, but it just depends upon what day it is and how the ships are you know, it's like right now. I haven't seen a ship go by here in a couple of hours, and there isn't going to be any ships by here for until like well after about midnight.
Right, right. Yeah, I suppose timing is everything with that.
Yeah, yeah, they're not going to pose for you. You know what I mean? Hey, Neil,
Good evening, everyone.
how are you
Hi,
doing?
Neil.
Not too bad today.
It's another day in paradise, right?
Oh
That's it.
yeah, just finished raining about a half hour ago.
Uh-huh.
Expecting some more.
Yeah, it's been on and off, on and off, on and off, and I think that's about what we're going to get this next week too. Hey, Chuck Kovacian, how you doing?
Good evening, Chuck, Maddie,
Good evening, Chuck. Hey, Maddie.
Marcel,
Hey,
Laura.
Marcel. How are you?
Who else? West Haven always and forever.
The I don't know what Roger's doing. I don't think he went to his granddaughter's birthday party because of all the people and stuff, you know, but he may have.
Well, it's 4:20 somewhere.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. So Rick,
Welcome if you got him.
have you decided what drone you're gonna buy yet or no? Rick?
The ex-wife's within earshot of you, Paul. I'm
Oh.
probably gonna get a baseball bat in the head here in a second. No, I don't know. I'm really curious to see the Mini 3 happens.
Yeah.
If it does, yeah.
If not, I'll just end up getting the Mini 2 for sure. But now I'm so freaking busy, I don't even have time to, do anything. I gotta
Yeah.
go. I gotta go buy a car, and I haven't even had time to do that.
Well, in case you buy one online,
I deal with $50 bills and $100 bills, so I'm gonna walk in and buy cash, right?
yeah, yeah.
Usually, you can get a better deal that way, right?
This used to be true. It just all depends upon who you're dealing with, you know?
Well, I guess we'll see next week if I'm broke down on the side of the road somewhere.
Oh,
So that new,
no.
the new job you got to go to, when are you supposed to report there?
Well, she never called back, but we were supposed to start not Monday, but the one after.
Okay.
So she had to verify with the company because they wanted guides for this coming Monday, but I had to finish this job. I'll be finished it tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
There's actually some work out there. I had a few people call me, so I'm not stressed at all. Just would have been nice to take that work.
Well, yeah, because it's all one big lump sum, you know?
Yep. And
When I say big lump sum, because I know you wouldn't take that drive for nothing.
yeah. Yeah, it's a couple G's a week, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, we'll see.
Yeah, well, hopefully it works out for you.
Well, I wouldn't have mind if the North Bay one worked out, but it didn't seem to either. So, we shall see.
Marcel says, just jokes, but then he puts in there, I'm going to jail for 3 days tomorrow till Wednesday.
Yeah, that's for his, one of his parts.
Movie set? Yep.
Yep.
Ah,
He actually, I believe he flew that one with one of his FPV flights. He recorded it,
Ah,
the same jail.
oh, good. Good.
so what's
Well-
going on in Northern Ontario, Neil?
Not much, dropping down to 0 tonight.
Yeah, I figured it'd be
Woohoo.
getting cold.
Supposed to actually go back up to like 18 on Tuesday, but then it's going to be steady drop after that.
Yeah, that's probably the last kick of the can, I'd say.
Yeah.
You just never know what the weather's going to bring there. We're not in control. When you get into late October, it's a coin toss, you know?
Yeah.
Well, after 50 years, I'm pretty used to the weather up here in the north and like all across Canada.
Well, I understand it here where I am because, you know, this is my family home, but
JD.
doesn't mean I'm gonna like it, you know? I think we all have a season we really like. I either like spring or I like fall better than the really high heat in this, like August,
Yeah.
or the really bad cold December, January.
It used to be I could handle the temperature no matter what it was. Now, not so much.
Well, one of the reasons I don't like the swing in temperature is my house is central air conditioning, and it's a big house.
Yeah.
So my central air costs me in the warmer months in the summer about $600 US a month.
Wow.
That's my electric bill.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you know most of it is air conditioning because in the summertime we got more outside lights.
Mhm.
And Marcel's saying there that I'm on the inside scoop and I'm not even in his Discord or Patreon group. I keep my ears open. I
Yeah.
listen to everything. It's pretty
Hey.
boring. Like I can't see much, so I listen to everything.
Yeah. So Dave, what's been happening with you? Just the same old stuff or what?
I just watched YouTube today, and
Yeah.
that was about it. Nobody was here. It's just me.
How you handling your stalker? You still got that under control or you still working on that?
I haven't heard from her for a couple of weeks, so
Oh, there you go.
she might have got the message.
I
Yeah.
must have missed the whole play. I must have been,
Oh, Dave, Dave, tell him what you did. You went online, right?
I went online, put in a couple of personal ads. Within 24 hours, I got over 600 responses,
Personal ads for
including
women. Yep.
pictures, all kinds of stuff.
And one of them won't take no for an answer.
Yeah, well, there were several, but they all, when I blocked them,
But which one has money?
None of them.
that's what they want.
They want money.
Something I don't have any of.
well, then why are you buying guitars and stuff?
I
'Cause he
don't know
wants.
how that happened. I'm 2 months ahead on rent.
Ah, there you go.
I sold an iPhone, a new iPhone that I had paid off.
So you're
And,
turning old things over and buying new things.
Right.
yeah, just old toys that I'm not using.
Yep.
Trade them in for new toys.
Do you still have your drones, or did you get rid of those too, Dave?
I have my mini,
Yeah, okay.
and I've got a bunch of little quads.
Yeah, little toy ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're too fast
Uh,
for me.
As long
I
as it
love
makes,
toy
my feeling is, as long as it makes you happy, Dave.
I'm not hurting anybody, and my bills get paid. So
That's
That
all.
little toy quad I have. I've almost taken my eye out a couple times, bounced it off a couple things. Haven't broken it yet, and haven't broken any props on it, but whoo, it's a scary little sucker. Hey, there's Roger. Good evening,
Roger.
Roger.
Okay, Roger, you can take a rest, take a break. I get it. I don't know how long we're gonna be on anyway, Roger, but thanks for popping in.
hey, Roger.
He's
How
gonna
you
sit this
doing?
one out.
Yep.
Saying hi to you there, Rick.
Sorry, I had to mute. The kids are getting yelled at.
Better them than you.
Oh, don't worry, Paul. The buying the new drone thing, I'm gonna hear it, man. Even though it shouldn't matter. Just
Anything
Yeah.
and everything.
right.
So stay away from that subject, huh?
Yeah.
That's why me and my ex stay very much apart. We
Well,
can
Rick-
we
Rick-
can be civil for 5-10 minutes, but after that, it's all it's all crazy.
Oh, jeez. So the ship's starting to slow down for the year, Paul, or what?
Well, they go right up until like the end of January.
Oh.
Then they shut down for February, and then they start up again in March, about the middle of March.
Right.
You get a few tug barges maybe go by taking fuel oil to different places, but not very often. So most of all of my flying is going to be for this year is going to be over in January for the season.
Right.
That doesn't mean I don't go down and fly some ice flows or whatever, but
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to keep practicing on flying,
Yeah, all the flights you do turn out really nice.
Well, when I don't do it for a while, Neil, I have to actually almost think about what I'm doing. When I'm flying like 2 or 3 ships a day, I'm like programmed that I'm doing it,
Yep.
The last time I had the mini out, I hit a tree with it.
Did you?
Flying up and down my brother's driveway at about 8 feet off the ground. But the thing is, the driveway is on a really steep hill, right? So when I elevated up, I caught a branch because I couldn't see it.
Oh, okay. So he has trees overhanging.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Damage.
No. I was just going real slow, cinematic, right?
Then all good.
I just
Like I'm still amazed at the Spark flies after all it's gone through.
I just got a phone call. I gotta run, guys. I'll be back.
Okay,
See
Rick.
you later.
Yeah, but that Spark has always been known as a little tank, boy.
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting it to survive 27 days outside in
Yep.
all kinds of
Rain and
weather,
Snow and the wet weather. Yep.
freezing temperatures. That sucker took a beating and nothing wrong with it.
Yep.
That's cool.
Well, every once in a while I see a Spark for sale, and part of me says, "Man, I should buy that again." But I'm sitting
Again, it's still a Wi-Fi drone,
Yep.
and just so much can actually interfere with it unless you go out in the middle of absolutely nowhere
Yep.
where there's no Wi-Fi.
Yep. See, all of my drones now, Neil, are OcuSync, so got a good transmission signal, so they got good distance and everything like that, so.
Don't know if my heater's being heard, but I'm gonna turn it off here.
Okay. But as far as a fun drone to fly, I would still say the Inspire series drones were fun to fly.
I've
me-
only seen you guys put them on camera. I've never seen one in person.
Yeah. Well, see that they're not the new ones. I think the new Inspire 2s, because I had an Inspire 2, but it still was running Lightbridge, which is just an enhanced version of Wi-Fi. So, but I think the latest, greatest Inspire 2s that use commercial use, I think they converted those to OcuSync. I could be wrong.
Oh man, that'd be cool.
But you know, to buy an Inspire 2 now with any kind of a camera on it, you're looking at $6,000 or $7,000.
Because of my mobility, I think an OcuSync drone would probably be better for me
Yep,
with the better better connection.
right, right.
But I still go out, fly the Spark around. I don't go very high with it just in case. I'm now more paranoid with it than I ever, but I still go and fly it.
Sure. Well, it gets you out and get you doing things. You know, it's like our friend Rob. He's branching into doing commercial, so he's had some requests from commercial accounts that they want certain drones available for when they send him out, and so
Yeah.
he was able to go out and buy a whole bunch of new drones so that he has them. So now the thing is going to be, he's going to have to get used to flying each one because every one of them is a little bit different.
Yep.
You know, just because you know how to fly, there's little quirks and jerks from certain drones. It's like the Anafi. The Anafi flies perfect, you know, but I'm not comfortable with the controller.
Yeah.
So, you know, then it's in the how do you know, because on the drones we have, the DJI, they all have the wheels on them, the wheel up and down and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And the Anafi's got these little paddles that stick out. You push the paddle this way, push the paddle that way,
Okay.
out where the wheels were. And I just didn't like it.
It's just a kind of like a dimmer switch type
Yeah.
idea.
Yep, exactly.
But instead of the wheel, it has a stick.
Right. Yep.
Well, some people actually find that they get more control if they have the stick because they can do a lot more precise like movements with it. But then other people, the same as you, prefer the wheel because it's easier.
Yeah. Yep. Well, West Haven, well, thank you. I just was looking on my other computer and you shared the video of this show 22 minutes ago, it says. Thank you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they set up there when they first came in that they shared.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Thank you.
I don't have anybody watch my stuff on Twitter, even though I have like supposedly 4,000 people following me, but nobody ever sees my stuff.
Yeah, it's you
They're
know,
all bots.
you just have to go with the flow, and if you like what you're doing, you just like what you're doing, you know.
Yeah.
Because
I just keep posting just to stay active.
yeah, exactly.
I can't get out as much as I used to. I used to do walking and talking videos when I was doing a lot more walking. Now I can't do that so easily.
Exactly, and I miss talking with certain people. You know, we've developed relationships with people on here, and it's like I just miss not kind of like corresponding with them. You know, it's like Paul Hodges. he's going through a lot right now, and I think about him all the time. And
Yep.
Yeah.
but I think he's gonna.
It breaks my heart what he's going through.
Yep.
I have a friend on the East Coast going through the exact same thing, basically. Not well, it's the same thing. It's his mother instead of his.
His wife, yeah. Yeah, I went through it with my mother, and it's not a lot of fun.
Well, both my folks are in a retirement home and they're together still. So
Yeah.
they can kind of, and they can have people
Well,
come
Paul
in
said
there
the
to help
place
them.
that Bonnie's in is really nice. It's like a suite, you know. She's got a
Yep.
living room, a bedroom.
It sounds like she's in a really good place. They always
Yeah.
have somebody on floor,
Yep.
always
They
checking on her
check
every
on her
hour.
Every hour. Yep. Yep.
If she needs anything, there's a button at every seat pretty well.
Yep. And that's really nice. I'm happy for him because I know that him trying to take care of her at home and still do his job and also work
Stretching them
his real
thin.
estate. Yeah, yeah,
It's hard on the emotions. It's hard on the body.
yep.
Put on the whole family.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm happy that it's kind of, it'll never take the place of what he did have, but going forward, it should make it a little easier on him.
Yeah.
Again, it breaks my heart for him. Like,
Yep.
It's gonna take some getting used to, but
Yep.
he should be all right.
Yeah, he's a really good guy.
Yeah.
there's a lot of people I worry about them. Just people I've met here on YouTube.
Right. Right.
If I don't see them in a couple days, it's like if I haven't seen them in any of the chats, I start getting worried.
Yep. JD, so how are you doing?
Hey JD, how are you?
Yeah, you just don't know. You don't know what to think.
Yep.
I'm gonna go over here. In fact, you know what I'm gonna do is if any of you folks would like to come, let me go over here. Messages.
Hey, Newfound. Bill.
Hey Bill. Good to see you tonight.
Yes, it is. I'm going to put up in the chat up here the link to join. Roger, I didn't buy anything today. Thought about it, but I didn't buy anything today.
I ordered some groceries, but gotta have those.
Yeah.
I did that about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning there.
Now when will they deliver that? Today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I ordered it for tomorrow between 1 and 2.
There you go.
Come on, Marcel.
Roger, if you want to put your links into the chat, I'll pin them up to the top if you'd like. I know, right, I know that Val, after I left, she came on and she gotten his Teesprings account straightened out.
Yep.
So you can order hoodies and mugs and different things. Marcel. But yeah, this I'm just looking at outdoors here a little bit. I'll show you my driveway. I went out and mowed the lawn today, cleaned up everything up, and I had some squirrelies just out there a little while ago. So I threw out some peanuts, but they cleaned them up pretty good, I see.
Huh?
Oh, it's that time of year. They're going to be storing them like crazy.
Yeah, that and eating them. I noticed they'll sit and eat one or two all the time too.
You definitely want to get some fattier types of nuts for them, especially for winter. It'll help them like bulk up for the winter.
Yeah, there's the driveway, and you can see I mowed the lawn and everything, and so there's a couple of peanuts still left here and here, and maybe a couple over here, but and maybe one or two up there. And the night light just dropped off, so that means there isn't any movement out there.
Oh, that's always good. You didn't really have that many animals this year, did you?
New in the spring, I had the skunk that I was tracking.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Not the whole family, just the one.
Yep.
And maybe two early in the spring, but
You had those
But
ducks.
not much after that.
and then I had the geese, and I haven't seen those in a while.
Well,
Not geese,
they would have
but
gone after the
Canadian.
hatchlings.
Yep, the Canadian ducks, yep. They I stopped seeing the ducks about, I want to say July or 1st of August.
Yeah, that'd be about the time that the babies would have been on the move.
Yeah.
And
I
there's Rogers Lynx.
started out with 4 or 5 of them, then it went down to about 3. At the end, I had 2, a male and a female, and then they disappeared. So I don't know whether they got cannibalized or what, but
Well, once the babies are born, they'd be staying a lot closer to the babies and moving around the lake more than coming inland to get food.
yeah. Hey, Roger, I'm going to pin yours. There it is. There's Roger's. If you're in the chat, you want to get a good hoodie or whatever, go right up there and hit that. Oh, there you
There's
go, Paul.
Hodges.
Yep, glad to hear that, Paul. Everything's going good. Vader's over there visiting too. That's
Very
nice.
nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Probably allowed to bring one animal at a time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's over there sitting with Bonnie, and he brought Vader for a visit, which is nice. I
That's
get
really
the
neat.
feeling Vader probably is the one. Remember when they were sitting at his trailer on the veranda there? I think it was Vader used to always jump up on her lap.
Yeah, the younger one.
Yeah. Hey, Chris Jackson, how you doing?
Mr.
Hey,
Jackson.
Chris.
And I'd imagine Mason's not too far away.
Yes.
Oh, wait a second. It's Sunday night, so band practice.
Yep.
Hi, Bonnie.
Yep. We're all saying hi to Bonnie. Yep. Football's going on. Chris, did you get, I sent you an invite. Did you get it? All right.
Yours always comes in pretty quick. I don't always notice it, but it always comes in pretty quick.
Oh, Roger, that's too bad. Sorry to hear that. Weather was bad there all day. Well, it was kind of this afternoon. There was possibility that I could have gone and flown, but it was gusting to 35 miles an hour. And I just thought, it's not like if it was the Queen Mary or something special, I would probably have just gave it a shot. But it was just the normal ship traffic.
Oh, you used to have drones that could take that wind, no problem, didn't you?
Yeah, the big Inspires.
Those things can rip through just about anything.
Yeah, you could fly those in 45, 50 mile an hour winds. Yep. But the problem is the harder the drone works, the faster the battery goes. And the
Yep.
Inspire batteries were only good for about 15 minutes in prime.
Well, that's the thing with the Spark. People keep telling me, oh yeah, just fly it, just fly it. It can handle this much wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's only got a tiny little battery as it is. And that, just watch that bar go. And we get I'm on the top of a hill here. So as soon as I get above the buildings, I'm getting hit by that higher wind.
Good evening, Dre. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine, Paul. And
Welcome,
and Neil.
welcome.
Thank
Hey,
you,
Drake.
thank you.
Hi, how are you?
Oh,
Love that video earlier.
we have royalty coming into the room. Chuck, is Chuck trying to pop in here?
I don't know.
Oh, I think he's having problems with his camera.
He said he's been having trouble with audio and video, so I don't know.
Oh, maybe it's creeping down from Roger's house.
It could be.
Trey,
Yeah.
that video you posted earlier, it looked almost like you did it with a drone. Almost.
Which one? The-
Your office video. It looked like you had done it with the drone.
No, I
Just the
was
way it just kind of floated around the room.
yeah, that was I was using a gimbal with a GoPro, and I haven't really messed with that gimbal too much. So I guess I just took some time to try to see how it's going to work.
Well, it worked out pretty nice.
Yeah.
See, I watch everybody's stuff.
Yeah, I did. Well, Paul, that was my Paul inspired office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's one thing I can say about the internet. It's got its pluses and minuses, but the pluses for me are the fact that it keeps us connected with people that we have something in common with.
Right.
Yeah.
Because when you go out in the world, you haven't got a clue if you meet somebody, what they like, what they don't like, where they're coming from, or what, any of that stuff. Hey,
Right.
here's
Yes.
Chuck.
I had some issues. I'm on my laptop in the living room. I didn't feel like going up to the studio or office. I'm just chilling using the crappy webcam and stuff. How you guys
Yeah,
doing?
Chuck,
It's not too bad.
I'm slumming it.
Seen worse.
Just,
I've
just,
seen
ad-
worse.
just admit it, Chuck. We're not worthy of your drone secret and national interview. Will you
What?
use your
Drone seekers?
yeah, you're using your top-notch gear for that one. Well, I guess we're not worthy, huh?
That was my Brio. Yeah. No, I'm just being lazy. Just being
Uh-huh.
lazy.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's what Sunday nights are made for.
Yeah, Drone Seekers was fun though. That was cool.
It was a good show. It was a good show. Well, I like the little video with your wife and the Scottish inspired outfit.
yeah,
Yeah, she's a huge Outlander fan.
Yeah, I never got into that show. I remember when it was first coming out. I guess it was about a year or two ago, maybe even longer. And
Oh.
I thought I might watch it, but I just never just found time. And now it's what, third, fifth, sixth season now or whatever.
Yeah, it's like the sixth season. You know,
Yeah.
the first two are awesome though. That's where there's like there's something for everyone. It has all the romance that chicks like, it has all the violence and stuff that us guys like, it has sci-fi in it because there's time travel, and then there's more sex, which guys like.
Okay, so
It's
this
just-
Outlander one, it's probably based on the 80s movie.
it's based on a bunch of books, but
Because there was a movie back in the early to mid 80s called Outlander.
it wasn't Highlander,
pretty
but
sure.
Outlander.
No,
you thinking?
Outlander. It was a
I
guy,
don't
he
know.
goes through time, ends up in like this past type place, does all kinds of things, shows them like, helps them win a war or something like that. Defeats some evil and
Hmm.
then goes back to the future.
It sounds like a similar, well, time travel is a similar premise, right? I mean, this woman travels through time, through these stones, through these circle stones. She finds true love in Scotland, and on and on.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, only confusing part is now, does she fall in love with one of her own ancestors?
No, supposedly not, but that's kind of weird, right?
Well, I remember seeing a
But she
preview.
sees like she saw herself though. I think she goes back in time and she goes forward in time and she runs into herself or something, which is kind of like weird.
Okay, 'cause I just remember the preview that I saw
trippy.
where she walked up behind a guy who was taking a whiz against a wall or something, and I guess she identified him as her father or grandfather from several generations ago or something.
Hey, good evening, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
Is that Mr. Drone
Hi,
Flyer?
Johnny.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Well, all right. I don't have my chat going. I was watching Ed Ricker, and I don't know if you saw it. The guy's still flying in the background. They're flying at night in North Carolina, FPV. It's crazy.
Hmm. Yeah, I
There's the
remember
chat.
I used to watch Ed's videos like religion back a couple years
Oh.
ago. Then he just dropped off. Once he went FPV, he just fell off the face of the earth.
He's around, but yeah, he's around. He commented on my little thing on Facebook. I was thanking him. He's actually one of the guys who, like you, I watched him too.
Yeah.
He gave me a bunch of good tips and ideas for flying cinematically when I had my Mavic Pro back in 17.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I learned a bunch from that guy.
Yeah. He was the
Inspirational.
main YouTube influencer,
Yeah.
I'd say 2017, 2018, and right around 2019, he kind of, I think, as soon as he got into doing FPV, he just kind of backed off from posting a lot.
Oh, and
And
hello,
Yeah.
Thomas Jordan. I
yeah,
didn't notice them up there as they slipped past in the chat.
Surpassed.
Slipped past.
And if anybody wants a good hoodies and everything for the weather change, Roger has graciously put his link up in the top of the chat where you can go and check out the hoodies, t-shirts, all of his different merchandise that is available.
I want a heated hoodie with my logo on it, or Canadian Drone Hub. That'd be suitable too, because
That'd be cool.
I need a battery powered heated hoodie. Mine's getting old. I need another one. You ever seen those?
I've got a couple of those little heaters that are battery powered, you know, the ones, the little square, they're in their own little pouch.
Yeah,
Right.
well, this is
I use
actually
those in the
their
winter.
pads and the sweatshirt. The whole
Yeah.
sweatshirt's heated. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I could almost use one of those up here. Damn.
It wasn't
We get,
ridiculously
we get,
expensive
we
either.
get minus 35 to minus 40 centigrade.
Well, you're not going to
And
want.
that's still about the
listen.
same when it comes to Fahrenheit at that point.
Yeah.
Well, the sweatshirt ain't going to cut it then. Then you're going to. That's when Goose Down steps up.
Yep. Yep.
A little bit of
Corey,
both.
Corey Mott,
Or
Sundays is the day that Corey does drone racing, and he thinks he's got fourth today. Good
Oh,
for you, Corey.
Nice.
wow.
Right. I'm going
And
to try
the
to.
way he was explaining to me, Dre, is that you race against other people around the country for the best time, because all of the racing setup are exactly measured alike everywhere.
Got to reach my.
Now, my question is this all simulation racing,
Nice.
like esports with the F1 cars and stuff, where everybody's kind of like doing it online, or is he has
No,
a certain
No,
They're
it's
using actual drones.
the actual drones going to
out in the
actual
field,
locations, and then they
Yeah.
just broadcast it
Racing.
what we call simulcasting
Yep, yep.
all together. Interesting. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
Corey, I think somebody looked it up, and he's in the top 25 of the best.
He's
F-
number 22 in Canada.
22 in Canada.
Okay.
And they go fast. It's
Yeah, I think it
Kinda
was.
savvy.
I want to say who's the other guy that does a lot of videos with FPV, and I think he said he just missed a cut a few months ago. He posted a video, and he said he just missed a cut, and he was kind of.
Is that Nurk?
Might have
Is
been
that
Nurk.
Nurk?
Yeah, nothing was Nurk that said that he just missed a cut to be in the league this year. I guess he was in the last several years.
It's hard to
He just
believe. That
missed it.
guy's amazing.
Well, that's what I was getting to. That he said he just missed a
The
cut. and
level
they're
is
saying,
set.
yeah,
yeah.
Bar set
Watching those
high.
guys actually fly the races. It's
Yeah.
like they're going in fast forward.
yeah.
Well, Corey came on live on Roger's stream this morning from the races, and the X class were racing then, and he was standing there and he was showing us on his camera, and it's like huge.
I know I can't do it. I'm a GPS low speed guy. I mean, I fly the DJI FPV drone in sport mode. It does 60 something. That's
Well,
plenty
the X
fast enough
class
for me.
are like these.
Yeah, they're
Huge
they're 5
drones.
feet wide. The X class.
Oh, we talked about these before. Yeah, those are insane.
Yeah, and racing those things like wow.
Yeah,
I can just imagine what a crash looks like.
not worthy.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not worthy
No,
personally.
if you crash one of those, you better be calling the FAA, I think.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
just
it's like-
thinking that size going at that speed.
Yep.
That's like a regular car.
What do they
crash.
weigh?
They weigh probably about 15, 20 pounds.
Okay, so they're not close to 55. I was wondering how close they were
Well,
to
the bigger
55.
ones, they may get more, but the interesting thing is that I've seen where they go 178 miles an hour in a straightaway.
Jesus, that's intense, man. Yeah, I don't think your Air 2S is going to go that fast.
Oh,
Yeah, like
Have you
Marcel's
flown it,
saying.
Paul?
Like
Have you
flown it?
Marcel's saying. in
I
the
gave it a
chat.
test flight when I first
Yeah.
got it, and so I put it up, but I haven't really flown it.
So when are you going to trade it for a Mavic 3?
I don't think so, because my flying, Chuck, is I fly most everything in automatic, and I just fly it in a certain pattern there. I wouldn't use all the fancy smancy, extra stuff like rockets and all that stuff, or follow me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the thing
Well-
that I've been trying to avoid getting a new drone, but I think the thing that might hook me eventually is the fisheye sensors on it. They're kind of like the Skydio too. Those sensors will allow it to really
Yeah, it's
avoid
like
things
it's flying in
better.
a protective bubble. Yep.
Kinda, yeah. And not that we need sensors at this point, but if you do want to push the limits of the drone, it's kind of nice to have a little bit more of a buffer.
Yeah. Well, see,
It's
I
pretty
fly,
awesome.
Ray, I don't know. Do you use your sensors on your drones or no?
It depends what I'm flying. Like I said, like yesterday I flew at a site that the contractor forgot to move this 40-yard bend. So I did that little goofing around flying to show Carlos that you can fly very quick with
Yeah.
a Phantom drone.
Yeah.
But even with those, it depends what you're doing. Like I say, if you're just doing progressive stuff like that, yeah, the sensors help. It keeps you from crashing the trees, poles, all that kind of stuff that you're not
But if
focusing
you're-
on.
And
Warriors.
if you're in the wide open though, and see, I fly
No.
90, I would say 95% of all of the flying I do, I have the sensors turned off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I tend to fly in spots where I'm trying to avoid power lines and things like that. And I don't know if sensors will even help you. And because, well, I had a close call in Scotland in the middle of nowhere at that castle I was flying. I did a pullback shot. I was like, I stopped just in time. There were power lines right there. I almost took the drone out of the sky.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
But
That
that's
was
what I'm
a-
saying. When I'm just casually flying, I'll fly with the sensors on because I'm not really focusing on the flying part. I'm focusing on the picture taking part. And that's where the
Yeah.
sensors are coming and help you a little bit.
That's where they
Right.
come in handy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got into trouble doing like a dolly shot once where I didn't kind of clipped a tree that way, going, this way.
Right. Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
Usually
what
when I
said.
screw up.
And that's why I was saying it depends on what I'm doing. But don't let Paul fool you there, Chuck. Paula probably had that Mavic 3 Pro sitting at the doorstep by next week or something.
Did you?
And then he'll have it up for sale by Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'll be waiting for Paul's secondhand drone store to put that one up. That's what I'll wait for. 'Cause it was like they were all teasing me yesterday on 2K drones. Everybody they started a poll even like, will Chuck buy the Mavic 3? And the choices were yes, yes, and later. Those were the three choices. I was like,
Yeah.
because they know me. I say no, but they know me.
Yeah.
Well, once you see a couple videos and all that.
Well, that's what I'm a little interested in. I'm still excited about, even though I've seen some so-so and one kind of downplayed
Is there more?
review on the Evolve, is just the potential of that drone with the
Yep.
interchangeable lenses.
Yeah.
And that right there is just kind of like has a hook in me to say, if they work out the other problems, this could be I would say, poor man's Inspire 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's
It's a nice
Good evening,
portable.
AC.
It's a portable Inspire 2, essentially. It's
well, a little more
compact for
portable.
travel.
Yeah, it doesn't fold up, but it's a little smaller than Inspire 2. But I'm just saying, like you say, the biggest disappointment I had. I don't care about the sensors and stuff, but Dobo was talking about the battery life. He was only getting maybe 20 minutes. And
Yeah.
I was expecting something somewhere around a solid 30, 35.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. I mean, actual flying time, once I can get between 20 and 25 minutes of actual flight before I come back and land. Cause like I said, I'm like most folks. I come back and land between 25 and 30%.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
if
me
I can
too.
get
I'm
it-
set at 30%.
Yeah,
My
so-
low battery alarm set or warning set at 30% because I've had some close calls. I don't need.
Right. So that's
I
what I'm
want
saying.
time to
that-
get her back.
So
So
you're not,
he's-
you guys aren't going to fly like Philly Drone Life landing with 0% battery.
No,
I've never.
he's
I've never
crazy.
done it.
I watch him, and I tip my hat to that guy. He's got big balls, but I want to get my drone back
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
with
It's,
conservative.
Yeah, so that's why that was the biggest thing. The eye catcher with me was he said he was only getting anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes. I'm like, wow, that's nothing better than the Inspire 1 for the most part. And I said, even at that price point, I still want that solid 20, 25 minute flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice amount of time too. But this
Yeah.
Mavic 3 is supposed to go. Well, DJI says 45, so let's give it 35 honest minutes of
Yeah.
flight time,
And,
which
and
is
that's what I'm
solid.
saying. Right. And the
Yeah.
way battery technology has been evolving over the last 18 months, everybody's is up near,
Hey,
near
hey, Ray,
30 minutes.
do you notice how more Chuck talks, he's talking himself into buying one?
Oh, like
Oh,
Chuck said,
it's gonna
Chuck said-
happen. I just,
Chuck's already got it in his basket. He just got to push the pay now
Buy
button.
button, yeah.
I've got to sell off. I got to compete with Paul selling off some of these Mavic 2s though before I do that. I gotta make some shelf space. There's no more room in this house for drones
Yeah,
tripping over the damn things.
yeah. So that's the only one that's really piqued my interest is because I'm
Mm.
looking at the long-term potential of what it can do. The
Sure.
Mavic 3, until I see it come out, my biggest thing with that is I have not heard what app is going to use to fly with. No one
It's
is
gonna be Fly app.
said
It's
that,
gonna be the
that
Fly
right,
app, but it's supposed to be improved. They're supposed to
The Fly app, second version or something, yeah.
yeah. So my
yeah, they're
thing is,
gonna kick it up.
yeah, my thing is if it's not compatible with the Pilot app that's on the smart controller,
Right.
that goes along with my Maverick 2 Enterprise Advance and all that kind of stuff, is really something I don't want to play with then. Because the Fly app
Yeah.
still is not compatible with third-party app
It doesn't
applications.
play.
Curious.
Doesn't play, yep.
Yeah, it doesn't play. So I'm like,
I'm
nah.
curious what they're gonna do with the new smart controller too, as to will it be backward compatible to the Mavic 2 series and the Mini 2 and stuff. I'm really curious about that. Because what you're saying, it's like, will the Mavic or will the smart controller work with the new Mavic 3 maybe, or will they just be like, no, they cut it off there. You got to go. You got to get the new one for the Mavic 3, but it'll work backwards with the other gear. I just wonder what they're going to do because DJI seems to have loosened up a little bit. Remember, they used to never have anything work with anything from the past, and now they've kind of loosened up the Mini 2 batteries, or the mini batteries work in the Mini 2, and
Right.
they've kind of eased up. I think because of the pressure and losing market share.
Well, I was going to say same thing. I said now you're building brand loyalty because people say, hey, I still have the Mini and I can still use a battery from a Mini 2 and all that kind of stuff. So that makes you more loyal to the brand because now you just extended my life of what I did buy. So if I
Yeah,
want
but they never wanted to do that before. They didn't want to
Okay,
do that before.
Roger, have a good evening,
Yeah.
buddy.
Is Roger out?
Yeah, he's resting.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Take care,
Take care,
Roger.
Roger.
have a nice night, Raj.
Yeah, I look at it as trying to build your brand loyalty. Like you said, losing market share, so brand loyalty is your next best way to keep things going.
They have to compete, yeah,
Right.
because Autel's coming on strong.
Yeah, Autel's coming on strong, but see, same thing. Autel's making everybody buy different things for each drone.
And
Yeah,
that new Autel smart controller is very expensive.
Yeah,
It's
and that's
huge too. It's also big, physically
Yeah.
large, that you have to carry that thing around with you.
So, like I said, with Autel, you got to buy 2 different smart controllers depending upon what version of
What
the,
version it is, yep.
what
I don't
version
think they
it is.
meant for that to, they didn't mean for that to happen though. It's a chip change out that got them kind of
Yep.
Yeah,
pinned into that corner. They didn't want to be there, but that's
Right.
where they are.
Well, and then again, I don't know about you guys, but I've flown just about everything, but I've landed on DJI as my preferred because I understand the controllers more.
Mhm.
Every time you
Yep.
get a different controller like the Anafi, it just drives
You
me
got to
crazy.
relearn everything.
Got them it's got paddles out here instead of wheels, and it just,
Right.
Yeah, then you got to relearn everything again,
Yep.
which is a
Yep.
bummer.
Well, coming from a gamer's angle, the old game systems compared to the new game systems, same thing. Like
Mhm.
every game system has a different controller.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
gotta learn how to play with them all if you want to
yeah,
play all the systems.
Corey, I think you're probably right. Eventually, everybody will, even DJI, they'll get it figured out as far as the Fly app being able to be used with the newer drones. But it's just one thing I noticed about DJI and the other companies a little bit, but not to the extent. DJI is always sending out new revisions to their different applications about you update this, update that, update there, update. And it's nice that they want to stay on top of things, but every time you update a DJI product, it resets all of your settings. You got to go back in and reset your return to homes, your all your how fast your paddles are gonna work and your,
I haven't had that happen every time. It's happened a couple of times. Normally the stuff sticks.
Yeah,
But yeah,
most
it
of the
does
time I've
stink
had
when
it
you gotta
works.
check them every time though.
yep, you gotta, every time you do an
Just to
update, you
make
go
sure.
back and check, yep.
Yep, and then it's always a good idea at that point to recalibrate the IMU too. Every time you get new firmware, you should update or basically recalibrate the IMU. That's a good idea. Have you guys ever recalibrated the sensors per se? Because I've somehow avoided
Oh,
that,
you
but
mean
I
where
think-
it puts it on the screen or the camera? sensor?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Phew.
I did that once with my Mavic Pro and never again.
I've had to do it with all three of my Phantoms. I've had to do the sensor, play the sensor game on the screen, and I'm out in the garage and I have a little 12-inch screen out there, sits next to the freezer. The screen's a little lower, so where I'm at, I got to angle it a certain way, and you're like, you know, it's just like more of an exercise than it is trying to get this thing corrected.
Yeah, you almost feel like you're doing an eye test.
Right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well,
That's
I
what it
kind of
seems.
needed to do it on. I need to do it on my Mavic 2s because they're both giving me like sensor alarms and stuff when nothing's around. So I know they all need to be calibrated. They're all wonky.
Now you
Or
actually
just
get
turn
the,
them off.
cleaning.
the sensor alignments off or something is what you're getting.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. They're
Because
just
the only thing I would get on my
wonky.
Maverick 2 is just the magnetic interference. And
Yeah.
usually once I
yeah, the
move-
compass.
Yeah, once I do the compass thing, the magnetic interference warning goes away and I'm good to go.
Maybe they are just dirty. Maybe I should just clean them up. Maybe they're a little dusty.
Mhm.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just a reason to get a Mavic 3. I'm getting old and dusty. Time to upgrade.
Dre, I see it coming. I see it.
Like I say, he's got
We all do.
got in the basketball. He's got to hit
Mrs.
the
Claus.
buy
Mrs. Claus
now.
is in the other room. So Mrs. Claus, make sure you put a Mavic 3 put it in the bag.
Mhm. Well, you better make sure that trip to Spain comes through.
I think we I know the drone seekers want us to go to Spain, but I think Norway and Sweden are more likely in the cards.
Well, I thought
There's
you
too
were
much-
talking about Australia too.
Well, we're talking about a lot of things, but I think Norway and Sweden might be next on the list.
Okay.
Mm.
I really like some of the rock features and stuff will be really fun to fly and check out, and looks really pretty there. It's bumpy. I like bumpy places.
Well, I was hoping you were gonna go down and see Tim Jackson because I'd like to get pictures of those big snakes down there. You know, I figured you'd do it.
Yeah, great snakes and spiders and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll kill you.
I would say
I can hear
everything in
Lori in
Australia
the
wants to
kitchen.
kill you.
Yeah.
You hear?
Like,
Can you hear Lori talking? No big spiders. She's talking in the background.
I
Because
wanted
I'm
to go
just-
to Australia for years, but then once I realized I was going blind, it's like, no, Australia is not a good place for me. Too many things want to kill me.
Yeah, they got.
They
spiders
can
as
sneak
big
up
as
on me
dinner plates.
real easy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know if
I
it's a good
would-
idea for us
I
either.
won't hear the spiders coming.
But they're so big you can hear them coming.
Yep.
Oh, hey, hopefully,
Thump,
anyway.
thump, thump,
Well, they
thump,
actually
thump.
come up and knock on your door, ring the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Neil, open the door. I'm hungry.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
I'm a skinny guy. I'm no good for them anyway.
Boris
Even
the
the
spider
bears
says
don't
people
wanna eat
taste like
me.
chicken. People
Even
are
the
the other
bears
white
don't-
meat to a spider.
Even the bears don't even want to eat me up here. They look at me. They almost want to kill something and bring it to me. Like, here, eat something, damn it.
Well,
You
Neil,
guys-
you've got bears running around your neighborhood, don't you?
Yeah. We get bears, deer,
Moose?
lynx. Haven't seen any moose. Not in town. Not,
Hmm.
well, not this year anyway.
Well, Neil, you
Uh,
might be like that girl down in New Zealand, that model that can eat probably 3 times her weight and never gain any weight. I think the other day she ate a bucket of chicken and about 5-course meal in less than like 20 minutes. And then like the other day, I think
Oh,
yesterday they showed her eat a whole cheesecake in like 5 minutes.
She's got the Guinness record, I think.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, just trying to eat that much food is like, it make you sick.
I bet Steve Carpenter's
about the
down.
most
See
I
this
can
stuff?
eat. What the heck?
Stave Stone, Stave
Stave Stone.
Stave Stone.
The capsule from Columbia Valley in Oregon. The very nice red.
I can only eat about a half a medium pizza these days.
Now,
So-
Chuck, I was stationed up in Oregon area, Portland, Oregon, as a recruiter. I never heard of the Columbia Valley. Now you go far out there.
Oh,
you
I
run
think
the
it's
places-
well, it's the river, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Columbia
river.
River.
Yeah, and I don't know if you go back east, you run into I want to see go past Gresham. The next one down like 2 hours away, some other little crazy name place, and the next thing you know, you're out there knocking on the Idaho border and stuff and everything. So yeah, I never heard anything referred to as the Columbia Valley.
Well, that's outside
They
the
call it the
Columbia, the
gorge.
Columbia Gorge,
Yeah, the
Columbia Gorge
gorge.
and all that.
the
Yeah,
gorge.
that's the
That's-
territory. It's
okay,
down
'cause
towards Mount Hood.
Yeah, okay, Mount Hood, that's Gresham area.
Yeah,
The
it's out
gorge, and they got the
right near the state line
waterfalls.
between Washington and Oregon, right there. That's where my wife and I spent a lot of time because it's just so damn pretty. About this time of the year is when we go down too, like late
Oh, is that right?
October.
Yeah, I
Oh,
lived
it's-
there 3 years up there. I actually lived in Vancouver, Washington, right across the river, and I would
Yep.
commute across the bridge and
Yep.
off of-
Up
Waffles
towards
and
Goonie
Mall
territory,
Toolbox.
right near Astoria.
Yeah,
Yeah, we went to Astoria once. That was fun. Of course, it was raining.
I
but it was fun.
remember one time you showed pictures of the place you rented up there. It was beautiful. Chalet.
Oh, we had yeah, that was Haggard's. It had a Harry Potter theme going. How it's
Yeah.
kind of ironic we just went to Scotland, but that was Haggard's cabin or something.
Hagrid's. Yep.
Hmm,
Yeah, cool place. Very cool place. Way bigger than we needed. It was two houses that were kind of like merged together as one. It was ridiculous. Get lost in that place.
Hmm.
Yeah, we've been lucky. We stayed in some cool places. Now I got to get up to Washington and check that out, I think. Probably running the Bill Thomas up there. Isn't he up that way? Coast to Coast Drones. Bill, isn't he in Washington?
Is he in Washington or is he a little bit south of Northern California? I don't remember.
yeah, I thought he was in
Or
Northern
it's-
California.
Yeah.
Really? I thought he was in Washington. Maybe. Okay. Well,
He may be. I could be mistaken.
Could
he's
yeah.
a Pacific Northwest guy. I just don't know how northwest he is in the Pacific
Yeah,
or on the coast. Yeah.
well, as we say, in
What a Corey man. We
California,
ignored Corey man. He said that
he
he
got
was saying
quiet.
that if yeah.
That happens a lot in the chat.
Well, Corey did ask a question about half hour ago, I think. Shame on me, but he was saying that if it's DJI, the new smart controller only work with the Mini or the Mavic 3 for a while. Then after about 6 months, they'll kind of let other stuff work with it. It's kind of probably true.
Well, and the sad part of it is I'm not that technical, but from what I understand, all it takes is for them to unlock some things and it'll work with others, and so why do they hold it so close to the vest, kind of like screw with everybody? I mean, where are your customers?
Coast to coast is in
They
Seattle.
want you to buy a Mavic 3 next. They don't want you to. Well, I don't know. We'll see what they do. We'll see what they do because they, like I've said, they've seemed to have loosened up a little bit as far as.
Chuck, you were right. AZ said that he is in Seattle.
Seattle. Okay. Well, the way I look at it, Paul, I mean, like you said, they're losing market share. So now they have to, loosen up a little bit on their grip because
They do. They have to.
like I said, I have
gotta-
3 of those 3 Crystal Skies.
Yep.
And it would be great if they would unlock those things
That's
to
what I
allow
fly.
third-party apps.
I fly with the big Crystal Sky, the Ultra,
Right. Mhm.
and I fly my Pro 2, my Zoom with that 2 Zoom,
Right.
and why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's frustrating when it comes to that. You know, that's what I was using
'Cause I
yesterday.
just like the size of it, you know?
Yeah, I have my 7-inch, 7 point, whatever it is, 7-inch Crystal Sky yesterday when I was flying.
Yep.
Over that rooftop and I,
So
It's not
Chuck
as
talked me into buying a smart controller again for the third time. And the
Don't
reason
blame
I-
me
This
now.
is-
the reason I got rid of them is
I'm gonna put the Go
because
4 on
it's
this.
small. Now, what are you showing, Neil?
I'm gonna put the Go 4 on this tablet.
Oh,
It's
Funny.
a ZTG tablet. It's a cheap one.
Oh,
It's a pretty cheap little tablet.
They've
Yeah,
been
but
dark on us.
got good size, and my old eyes, I need the size, you know. Plus, I need the brightness.
Well, for me, I'm used to using my little Samsung phone.
Yeah. Hey, Dre, have you ever had a situation where your tablet overheated? And
oh yeah, I've had situations where the Crystal Sky says it's getting hot. And they tell me it's getting hot, and never had a problem with my phone. My phone's been very good to me. I've had, I think it was an Android tablet that went dark once. My Apple tablet, I have a 10-inch Apple. I think it's like a 5th generation Apple tablet
Yeah.
that I use a lot. And no, that hasn't had a
Yep.
problem at all.
when your tablet goes dark, it's hard to return to home because you can't see that little thing on the
Right.
bottom.
Right?
Shows you which way the drone's headed, and
Yeah. Well, like you were saying, Paul, like I said, I used my 5-inch Crystal Sky with my Maverick 2 Pro, and I used the 7-inch with the Phantom,
Yep.
Phantom Standard, and then I have a spare 7-inch. I just, whenever I want to use that for
Yep.
something else,
yeah,
I slap that on there. But like I say, I would use them all the time if I could put Drone Deploy, Pix4D, all those on there with no problem. I have Litchi on them. I'm able to side load Litchi onto them, but that's the only thing as far as third-party app I can get on them.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. I understand they want to stay in control, but at some point in time, license these other companies to come onto your tablet,
Yeah,
you know? It's
That's all
not,
they
it's
gotta do.
not that hard.
no, it's not that hard at all. And that's why I say about these new drones that are coming out, everybody's getting excited about it. And that's why I have to have pause, because and whatever they're using for their application, the Fly app, whatever else, smart controllers, if they don't, if Evolve or Autel and even DJI don't release the SDK files
Yep,
to work with third-party apps, none of those drones are gonna do anything for me.
no.
I guess I have to wait. That's why I have a wait and see attitude.
Well, and the other interesting thing is there are people in the community that their thing is to hack. But
Yeah.
when
that's not me.
I'm not so sure hacking is the right way to go, because if you have an issue,
Oh, never.
Here you're
is.
flying $1,500, $2,000 drone on a hot hacked app,
Mhm.
and DJI can know exactly what caused it, and if it's the hacked programming, you kiss it all goodbye.
Well,
you know?
Litchi isn't exactly a hack anymore. Like, it's
No,
not a
it-
hack.
No,
Person-
Litchi's a legitimate download onto the system.
Yeah.
It's not a hack. Once you get the Amazon App Store onto
Yep.
the tablet or the Crystal
Oh, I
Sky,
did it.
you do a legitimate download. Like I said,
That's how I did it.
Yeah, so like I said, I've had people try to all the different hacks, APK files for Drone Deploy, and not one of them worked.
No,
And then some guy said, "We got mine to work, but you don't get no map." I said, "Dude, that's what the program's for. It's for
that's
mapping.
for to have a
If you
map.
don't get the maps, you're just useless." You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
If
that's
you're
exactly
fly-
what I did. I used the Amazon App Store and put it on. Well, I had the Moverio glasses first, and
I
then
gotta
I-
go, guys. I'll see you.
Okay,
and then
Okay,
smart
Dave.
Take care,
controller,
Dave.
and they only need to buy it once. If you go and buy it on the Google store and you
Right.
don't have a Google device, then you can't
Mhm,
you have to pay to buy it again anyway.
right. Let me ask you this, Chuck. You said I know you get the BT 300s like I did. I think you get the 35s now, right?
No, I'm using the BT 300s to work with the HDMI box from the
Okay.
35Es.
Okay,
So I have a box,
right.
and then you can plug. They have the same connector, so you plug your
Okay.
glasses into the box, and then
Mhm.
USB-C from the box to the smart controller, and it works just
Right.
fine.
Now, you're just saying you were able to side load Litchi onto the BT300 puck? or
Originally
whatever?
I did, yeah, but now I don't use the puck anymore at all. I go straight with the HDMI box, run
Right.
the glasses and the smart controller. It's just cleaner, and then the smart controller does all the heavy lifting.
Oh, okay, okay.
That puck was kind of struggling. It's kind of old, and
Yeah, like I said, I still have it. I forgot I was just fooling around with it yesterday and refreshing the Go4 app and stuff.
watch
Just-
movies on it. I used to watch movies on the plane. That was fun.
I was a great picture quality. That's why I tell people, I said, flying with that is, it's right there, right above my crystal sky. 'Cause like I said, you get the feeling of wearing goggles, the picture quality is
They're
there.
open though.
Yeah, but they're
Open
open.
air, so
Yeah,
you have that visual awareness around
Yeah,
you,
Yep.
right.
yep.
Yeah.
but you can still get in tight. You can get in tight to things
Oh,
because you have
yes.
because now you're kind of like with the drone's camera, so it's a good
Right.
compromise.
Yeah.
for
That's
those
why I tell
tight
people, if I
spots.
rate devices, I would say the Movero BT300s is my top choice to fly with. Then I would say a Crystal Sky. And after that, nowadays you got that Triple Tech. I don't have one, but I can only imagine because
Everybody talks about that triple
Yeah.
tech. I don't know
Yeah.
anybody that has one either.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
know.
know a few of them that have them now.
Yeah, BMAC down in Texas has it, and he swears by it and stuff. And a few other,
Uncle Bill's Drones, I think, has one.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, because they're running 1,200 nits of brightness.
Yeah, the new one is
Right.
1,200 nits of brightness, and the price is right up there with the Crystal Sky. But like
Crystal
I said,
Sky, yep.
they're right up there. They're $800-900 a shot, and
The things are almost bulletproof.
yeah, well, they're military grade. That's where they got them all from. When they made them for the troops in Afghanistan, and they just sold off the surplus to the public. That's
Yep.
all they did. So yeah, that I said, if I had to go out and want to buy a tablet, I would probably more likely go for something like that in future use. But that way, I could have pretty much all the apps on one device.
And
that
I haven't
use.
heard of anybody having issues downloading any of like the DJI applications on the triple tech at all.
Right. That's my whole point.
Wow, I haven't shopped for a tablet in a really long time. It seems like the big boys are all kind of gone now. I don't like, does Samsung even have like a current model? And is it
Well,
even,
The big boys kind of price themselves out of the market.
is that what happened? Because I mean,
well,
like
like
seriously,
the-
look around. I used to have like I had an Nvidia. I had the K1, the Shield.
Yeah.
Is that HDMI out and everything? And that was pretty
Mhm.
cool little tablet, but that thing is like slow by today's standards.
Right. I mean, this other day I had to buy one for my mom. Her old tablet that I bought her finally died out, and I just ordered a Lenovo one off Amazon for her birthday coming up in about a week and a half. And the only problem there, they all got this quad core new processor. They're fast, but problem is, what we do, it's all about the nits and stuff. The nits is the biggest thing.
Right. Yeah. And
These-
you
these-
bright.
Right.
AZ
that's-
says that he has both versions, the 7 and the 8.
Mhm.
You see, both are buggy, but working brightness is good.
Yeah. Okay.
And see, I want both. I want the brightness because I'm out in the sunshine.
Right. Yep.
Mhm.
Because I laugh my ass off when I see people that are flying $1,000, $1,500 drones and they're over hovered under a tree somewhere
Right. That doesn't work.
because they can't see. But the buggy, that's what bothers me. Buggy. I don't want buggy,
Right. Well, like you said, buggy is a recipe for disaster, because if the app closes down on you, something
Sooner or
like
later.
that,
Yep.
then you're stuck. You wonder if the drone's going to hover and wait for you to reboot, or is it going to just veer off another direction, or worst case, it just falls out of the sky.
Yep.
So
Oh,
those are the three options.
There's one unit.
Well, you're
I
gonna be
see,
using.
the guy has it sits right over the tablet and he puts his eyes right up to
Oh,
it.
the hood, like a hood
Yeah,
kind of
it's kind of
setup.
more than just the hood though. It's like covers up everything. Yeah, the Malibu artist.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He flies
Yeah, they sell those,
on the
but
sharks.
they just to
Uh-oh.
me, seem more cumbersome.
Yeah, my biggest thing with that is you want to at least have the opportunity to be flexible. There's
Yeah.
times you want to focus on the screen, but you also need to be able to look up in the sky.
Yep.
You gotta
You
be
need-
aware of where your
yeah,
aircraft
right.
is. Yep.
Right.
Quick head up. Yep.
Quick head up. And like I say, using that hood thing, it's like the old military term of we call night vision
Yep.
is compromised. You're using that
Right.
hood, you create a night vision environment. Your eyes are all focused on this high contrast in the hood. And then
Yeah.
when you look up, you lose that. And it takes your eyes a little bit, split second, maybe a little longer for us old guys, for us to be able to
To adjust.
refocus again, to adjust your eyes back on that screen again.
Yes.
You know,
Yep. Pupils gotta
yeah.
tighten up again after they're
Mhm.
dilated.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's always an issue. That's why I have the sunshade on my Crystal Skies, but that's just to block out the ambient light. and
Glare.
stuff.
Yeah.
Right, the glare. So that way I'm still looking at them, not have my face glued to it, so I can look up, look down the screen, look up, look at the screen.
Yeah.
But that's the biggest thing with tablets today is that that's where most companies, these lower end companies, cheap out at.
Yep.
You're talking about screens that only still have 300, maybe 400 nits. And that's
Yeah.
400 nits is pretty high for a low budget tablet.
And they're
So-
very susceptible to when they get a little bit warm, they start dimming down, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, they do.
Yep. Yep. And I have to say, my Apple is probably one of the better ones that doesn't do that. It hangs in there. I brought it out there. I have no kind of shade for that one at all. And I can still use that with no problem. I don't fly freehand with it, but it can manage anything else I do.
Yeah. Well, that makes a difference, you know,
Oh, yeah.
because it's a certain amount of comfort level. You don't want to get out in
Right.
the field and have to, well, do I need to worry about this? Or do I need to worry about that? Or you need to be
Right.
able to focus on what you're doing.
Right. 100%.
Flying and filming.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, Paul, you're gonna have your drones are all gonna be on Fly app on the smart controller now, right? You're using Air 2S and the Mini 2.
Well, I
Anything else?
still like that Crystal Sky. That's what I've got the 2 Pro
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the 2 Zoom on. And
Yeah, I guess-
I probably will back up them to the smart controller, but God, I like that big screen, you know, I just.
yeah. I like the I think the smart controller is a good size as far as a compromise for portability and still having a decent sized screen and a bright enough screen to be
Yeah.
portable for travel. It's like, well, you know me, I'm all about travel. I want to be able to
Right.
bring the gear with me and
Right.
use it, not have to carry like a huge backpack full of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I have a
I
full
mean,
backpack full of stuff anyway, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I bought that Maverick Enterprise Advance, that little case right there, smart controller, foldable drone, you can have 3 batteries that fit in that case all together. And the case is no bigger than your wife's purse. And that's a waterproof case.
Yeah,
It all fits in there together. And I say with that smart controller, using that app with that drone, I can split screen it, one for the thermal side and one for the regular RGB side
yeah,
with using that drone. So it's capable of doing quite a bit. And that's why I say, DJI, they can have these drones do a lot of things if they want to really, open the firmware up.
they want to push it, yep.
Yep. They can do a lot of things.
Yeah, I had both the Enterprises at one time. The Enterprise Duo was the one that I had fun with.
Yeah.
But I don't, even though I'm a 107, I don't do any commercial flying.
Yeah.
I can, but I don't do it. So here I was flying the Duo around, and yeah, it was nice. What I liked about the Duo versus the Anafi, because I had the Anafi Duo too, is the Enterprise Duo records both cameras as soon as
Yes.
you hit record.
Right.
So you got 2 files. So if you want to look at it in RGB, you can, or you
Mhm.
can go over here and look at the thermal file,
Right. Yeah.
where the Anafi, you had to select it when you were flying. You'd select, okay, now I want to switch over
the other,
to thermal or switch back to RGBs. And so when it recorded, it only recorded what you told it to record.
bummer.
Yeah, I always tell people those are the details you got to look at when you look at these systems and find out what's going to be best for what you
Right.
want to do.
Right. Well, guys, I think we beat it up pretty good tonight. What do you think?
I'm getting kind of tired, but I think the wine's getting to me, maybe.
Yeah.
But I got a lot of God, I've been on the air a lot today.
Yes,
That's what happens when you travel. You
yeah.
become famous.
And Dre says you're the
Famous.
You're famous.
You crack me up.
Okay,
Yeah.
everybody in the chat, thanks for being here. Roger will probably be on in the morning, I'm thinking. So
8 o'clock probably.
Canadian
Eastern
drone.
Daylight.
Yep. So everybody have a great evening. Thanks for being here. And
Take care, everybody.
before you leave, make sure
Catch
you
you
hit
later, everybody.
All right.
Yeah,
Everybody
smack
be
that
safe.
like button.
bye,
Or hit
everybody.
dislike twice. Peace out. Hi guys. We get out of here.
You gotta hit the
Maybe I
end.
don't want to get out of here. I don't know, Paul. I don't know, man.
It's that little red